Hello everyone, welcome to our weekly learning series from the book of Peter Drucker. Here we are with week 49 and the title is Principles for Finding Meaning in Life. Have you ever seen this picture of galaxy? I have seen that print on a t-shirt, loved it, and especially the theme. You are here. To me, it signifies that who we are in this materialistic world. We are just a small speck in the universe. Yes, the tiny speck of a dust. But for us, as an individual, that small speck is incredibly precious. It's our very own life. But as we continue fulfilling our commitments in this life, sometimes we experience that fragility, enter into the state of oblivion, and so on. So, how we can continue to connect, contribute, and make sure that these moments which we got in form of month, years, count. The theme, you are here, leads to an important question: why you are here? So on this, Harvard Business School has done an extensive, longest research in the history of mankind that started in 1938 and lasted for 75 long years. The topic of the study was happiness in the life of human beings and tracked the lives of 724 teenagers at the time. Throughout the study, it focused on various areas including life, work, health, financials, neighborhood, their relationships, their thought processes, including the feedback from respective spouses. The hundred thousands of pages during those 75 years, and finally research concluded that it's not the fame, wealth and success that counts. It's meaning and relationship are the core to human lives. That's what keeps us centered to our lives and make us more useful to our family and community in the longer run. Yes, remember, meaning and relationships. Yes. So, the important question is how and where to find that meaning in our own life. So there is a good news and there is a bad news. The bad news is no one can find meaning for your life. And the good news is you can find meaning for your own life. Interestingly, no major changes needs to happen like quitting your job or throwing your all the life's position. These things are simply not sustainable in this modern world. So Peter Drucker has suggested 10 key principles to find meaning in our own life. And let's go through them. So the first is find out who are you. Try finding yourself in you. It will align your efforts and most importantly will bring peace and joy to your own life. Second, find out that core existentials in you. There is strong correlation between the high achievement and an ability to come to the terms of life's basic. Try finding out for yourself. Third, reposition yourself for full effectiveness and fulfillment in your own life. This means that try thinking about 10-15 years later how those 5, 10, 15 years would look like for your own self. So like for me, as I am 23-year-old now, how those 28, 33 and 38 years would look like for me. Define, visualize about them. The fourth, Make your life your end game. Yes. It's only one life. Like that Bollywood movie, ये जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा. That you will not get this life again. Make that extraordinary from this ordinary life. Fifth, planning doesn't work. It simply indicates that life is full of surprises. Be open, be flexible, be open to those opportunities, be open to the accident, to those opportunities. Yeah. Sixth, know your values. I think as we progress in life, the values would be a kind of a guiding stone which would really help us to navigate, say no to a lot of other things, and yes, and follow them. Yeah. It may change with your own life, but then would be a great lamppost to yourself. 7. Define what finishing well means to you. Very, very important. Having a clarity of what kind of legacy, what kind of contribution, what you want world to remember you, having that perspective should be a trigger for you to waking up every morning in your own life. 8th, know the difference between harvesting and planting. I think as the line itself indicates, the initial years of your own life, you really need to be very, very thoughtful and careful the way you spend, because that would be the base, the way you would progress and move ahead with your own life. Let me share you my own real life story of around 25 years ago, year 1995. It was a summer holiday break for us, and we all used to go to our maternal uncle's places. We went there, and I just cleared my 9th grade examination and was about to enter into the 10th grade. And that used to be very, very big affair, entering into 10th and above kind of a classes. So my mother called the nearby uncle who was a scientist in an agriculture university. His name is Mr. Rakesh. And she wanted him to guide me as I enter into those crucial years of my education journey. He came over for a cup of tea and he said only one thing: Sunil, these next 6-7 years would define your life, would be a base for your own future. So, spend them wisely. Be very, very sincere about the way you spend your time, about the activities you do, about the results you want to achieve. Yeah? Keep them as a base for your own life. I think that advice of having those 6-7 years as a base for next 60-70 years of life, I think that have become a base even for me. Yeah? And fortunately, I think it's been a successful and good journey till now. So the purpose and message here is very clear, that whatever time you're spending now or have spent in previous years would have been a base for your future. So spend them wisely. Yeah. The 9th reason is good intentions aren't enough. Define your results. Defining the results would influence your behavior and ultimately your actions. So that having a clarity on the results and ultimately defining them would be making your journey quite easier. And last but not the least, recognize the downside of no longer learning, no longer growing. In today's knowledge-driven world, I think the learning, relearning and unlearning are the key which would really make you relevant even in every context. So as a way forward, as you go through and explore these principles for your own meaningful journey, find out 3 goals which you can start putting to use from today onwards. Here is wishing you all the best. If you like the video, please comment, share and subscribe. We'll see you in the next week with another Business Weekly Bite. Till then, stay safe, take care and happy learning.